Hello and welcome to this moody episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. Today's episode sponsored by the power to switch. I'll say it again, the power to switch. It's the only energy service in the north of Ireland, or Northern Ireland, depending on what political. Anyway, the only energy service in Northern Ireland that will compare deals across all energy suppliers and take care of your switchover as well. On average, Power to Switch saves households about £140 per year off their energy bills. You should go onto their website, www.powertoswitch.co.uk. Check out and compare deals and prices for yourself, and you can go there. Basically, what it does is all these energy companies, they're trying to ride you sideways. Power to Switch, I mean, they're all riding us all sideways. Power to Switch gives you, like, where you can make deals where it's actually, you'll save money by switching to a different provider at different times. Go over to powertoswitch.co.uk. That's the words power to switch. .co.uk, and you can save £140 a year. The link is in the description. Today's episode is also sponsored by our OG virtual private network sponsors, NordVPN. You want to fucking watch American Netflix? You don't want your mummy finding out what you're into? NordVPN.com/NoBlasters. If you go to nordvpn.com/NoBlasters, you can get a huge discount on your NordVPN plan and a brilliant bonus gift. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That just reminded me of Sam Beauregard, the car dealer, Violet Beauregard's dad in Willy Wonka, where he goes, with Sam B, it's a guarantee. So anyway, that's my problem. But nordvpn.com/NoBlasters, basically a virtual private network means you can surf the web. It's far more protected. Your history's hidden. You are surfing in a more secure way. You can use this service in like 50 plus countries. You can use it on basically any continent, and they love us and we love them. You used it in Rome, didn't you? I used it when I was in Rome to watch American Netflix in Rome. Do you know, I'm in Rome, Italy, but I'm watching fucking American shit.
You made it, man.
Mate, that's when you know that's high rolling. Like
you made it out the jungle, dude.
High Roman. Yeah, so go to nordvpn.com/NoBlasters. Thank you for sponsoring us. Today's guest, none other than the Omega. The absolute living end that is Aaron McCann. How are you?
Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. You said, what do you mean this is a moody episode? What's got you feeling like that?
I feel like it's, I can't even say outside, so I don't know. I'm all...
Yeah? What's got you feeling like it? Is it January blues? What is it? We're in February now, never mind.
It's post-Rome blues. It's fucking...
them post-Rome blues.
It's fucking... No crisps blues. That's what I'm on.
You have the aura of like a 17-year-old boy who went to Spain and had like a fling at the, fucking package.
If I had a fling in Rome, it was with fucking authentic carbonara, let me tell you.
Flinging it off your tracksuit?
Yeah. Flinging it off the plate into my bake. Here's a funny thing we were just talking about as well. I was just saying, you were saying there you went for a pish and feel like nothing's happened. You still feel like you could pish. And I was saying, isn't it weird to think that you've just got like a big pint of pish in you at any time? But isn't it weird? This is also weird. Do you ever eat food and go, I'm like a wee cupboard?
Yeah.
I'm like, and you've just, like, I've just put, whenever you really pile a plate high, like say, like a load of chips.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, that's going to be inside me.
I love the chips as your go-to plate stacker.
Oh.
But chips, like to stack chips is very impressive.
Do you know what I mean? No, you get see, right, when I get a chippy, the one, like, there will be a mound of chips on that plate.
Yeah.
I get a chip for myself, like. I don't like that. See when people are like, give me a chip, I'm like, I would rather buy you a full large chip than give you some of mine, because see, when I pay my money, I want all of what I'm ordering. Do you know what I mean?
I've made Scott, he's the real dirty one, where if you ask him for a chip, he'd give it one of these.
Oh, that's
dirty
nasty.
bastard.
Do you know what one of my sisters, God love her, right? she would take a chip off your plate. See if you go, "Guess a chip," she'll be like, "Just take them.
Yeah.
Take the rest of them." I'm like, "No, just give me one of them, you cunt." Or like, oh, you give us a wee drink. You could literally be choking, right? Give us a wee drink. Just take it.
I just love how you played out there about how furious you are when someone asks you for a chip, and then you put yourself on the other end of that situation, and you're still furious.
But no. If someone asks me, to be fair, if someone asks me for a chip, I will give them it. And here I'm going, cunt.
It's an honor,
right?
yeah.
But like, I would literally go. This is why it shouldn't happen. When I go into a chippy, if there's anyone in the house, they will be asked. I'm going to the chippy. Do you want anything?
You put the pre-orders in, yeah.
See if they go, get me something. I'll get them something.
Yeah.
Right? See if I go though, no, I don't want anything. I come home, get some of your chips.
Yeah.
Eat my sweet corn asshole. You're getting none of it. You're getting none of it.
I don't mind throwing out a couple of chips. It's the Chinese that fucks me off.
I would never share
like
Chinese.
The people, they really fuck me. It's the Chinese takeaway order that fucks me off because you're like, listen, now I'm giving you like half a curry because it's never going to be.
I know,
a singular chip, a couple of chips is like throw that out.
A couple of chips.
But if you're tucking into someone's Chinese,
that
yeah.
Do you know what I hate? Do you ever a Chinese or an Indian when you get something and somebody goes, put it in the middle.
Yeah.
We can share. No.
Yeah.
No. No. Because I got what I want, and I'm very specific. Somebody's like, I'll give you some of my lamb boona. Keep it, cunt.
Yeah.
I got my chicken jalfrezi. It's mine. Do you know what I mean?
That gave me a
wee jalfrezi.
You just give me a flashback to I don't know if you told the boys this, but last week in Lavery's, Kieran was headlining, smashing it, and were they heckling or were they laughing weird?
Oh, they were laughing weird. That was on Wednesday.
Weird. And he goes to do his next joke, and then ladies laugh.
Sorry. This was the heckle bit, was it?
Did you get heckled and you were like, you?
I know what it was. It wasn't even a heckle. Do you know what it was? I was doing a song, and it starts off. It's the tune of Teenage Dirtbag. It's a filthy version, right? Mm-hmm. And I change obviously the words, and I say her name is Margaret, right? And as I go to play it, I go, please, for love of fuck, do not sing along. You don't know these words. I've changed them. Fuck up. Because when people scream, her name is Noelle, it makes my brain go, I have a dream about her, which is wrong for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So I go, shush, right? And I go to play it. Now, it's all in good fun. People were loving this banter, right? Because I'd done stuff like this earlier in the set. And people still go, that's the look they do. They go like this, sure.
Yeah.
And then they go to sing and you go, no, shush, right? And I go to do it. Everybody listens. One woman yells, her name is Noelle. And I went, you, right? And I go, I'm getting curry noodles on the way home now.
Dude, that floored me. Because I have also had angry takeaways. Like I've had a few conversations with my ma where I've went to the air fryer furious.
Yeah, you're just like, that's it. Rage wings. Mate, oh my god. Do you know the hardest thing? The hardest thing to eat angry is a sandwich. You can't do it because it's too soft. You can eat it. You can eat bony meat angry. You know what I mean? You can take a bite out of a chicken leg and go, arr!
Yeah.
But with a sandwich, you've got to go.
Yeah, you got to be like wee principal.
A wee side saddle, feet off the edge of the horse. Like,
laying sideways.
Yeah. I'm going on my fitness pal. I'm going on my fitness pal to Google, to search it for, what was it, curry noodles, because of that woman. Yeah. Some guy will have it in there. Rage noodles. Oh, mate, that was funny.
But back to having like a pint of piss in you, right? So how many, like, it actually kind of fucks me off when I think of the amount of important life events that I've went through carrying piss. Do you know what I mean?
Like you're holding in piss all the time.
You just have like right now the amount of piss that I have made that needs to come out is like, you ever microwave scrambled eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. The
sweat.
The scrambled discharge at the end, right? That's what's currently in me right now, and it's really fucking me off.
Scramby hackle. That's what that. It's like I used to have to microwave them in Tesco in the staff kitchen, and it made. See the bowl? It was a microwavable plastic dish with about 5 or 6 of them. And you would do beans in it, and it would do that thing, where you microwave the beans, and then around the edge of it, it gets that really thick bean skin.
Yeah.
Like like a fucking like an acne back. You know what I mean? Like just disgusting around the outside. A tough acne skin was like that, and then you would get like bacne, and then it was like the scrambled eggs. Here's a great tip, by the way, because this is true. See, and a lot of people make this mistake. See, if you beat them and then season them, if you do them in the microwave, this happens to all eggs. If you beat them and then season them at that stage before cooking them, they will go like a rotten grey, right? Like a real, like an Earl.
Oh yeah,
grey.
they turn like green and grey and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Whereas like if you save the seasoning for the end, they'll still have that yellowy colour. But mate, see grey eggs coming out of that microwave in Tesco with how would you describe? Because the skin on the top of that, it would form like a real thin, papery skin, and then the eggs would sort of be under it nearly.
Oh.
And when you would go like break into it with a spoon
Like
or
a
a
fucking
spatula
tiramisu.
to give it a stir, it would crack a wee bit and sort of go, and it was like a wee rotten. It was like the eggs were like breathing bad breath on you. Do you know what I mean? It was
the eggs were hoarding a key to a bridge.
yeah, like a scrambled egg with a dead tooth. Do you know what I mean?
There's a guy I used to work with,
You know.
and he was one of them Tupperware guys. Every day had Tupperware in for like his lunch. Organized guy, but there was one day he was having like
Organised?
He was having
Lunchbox.
chicken and rice, right? But the Tupperware that he was using was like tie-dyed with bolognese stains.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, Jesus Christ, just throw it out.
just fucking
Just get
yeah.
a new fucking Tupperware.
It's a quid,
box.
like.
It's disgusting.
Oh, that is disgusting. When it does that bolognese ruins the Tupperware. Like,
Oh, why?
what can you put it in though? What are you meant to put it in?
Bolognese. It's not even like a good enough meal to sacrifice. The Tupperware itself.
No,
The bolognese is pretty shite. Like,
do you bring a bowl to work then? Do you know what I mean? Because
then you are unfortunately that cunt.
yeah, you're fucking Barry the bowl guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Forever
As
bullied in the
opposed to
office.
fucking Tommy Tupperware, like, do you know what I mean? Larry Lunchbox.
Tommy
Oh,
Tupperware.
man.
It's such a funny, like, just passive aggressive nickname to
Isn't
give
it?
someone that brings
Yeah,
a
and
lunchbox.
he's like, my name's Colin, and you're like, no, it's not Barry, fucking or whatever, Tommy. Barry Bull guy, fucking.
Could you think of any live events off the top of your head where you've been full of pish when it's happened? My graduation, when I was taking the
right.
scroll, full of pish, shaking Nesbitt's hand.
I'm trying to think of somewhere where I'm more likely to be holding in a shite. I think. I am. I'll hold in a
Inside
dick,
every
like.
man there is two wolves.
Oh mate, I remember one night. This is horrendous. Will I tell this story?
Yeah,
I
go
wonder,
ahead.
were you there? Did you do a gig? This is going back. Actually, this might even before we met each other. I was doing a gig up in fucking Coleraine with Gaddis.
Okay.
And wasn't it Coleraine?
Like in the uni when they used to do gigs. Yeah,
I think so.
in that
And we
Hollyoaks
drove,
looking-
or was it in Portrush? Anyway, we're up in North Coast. This is going back. This might be before we even met each other. Mickey was there.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Anyway, we'll go to do the gig. Gig goes okay. I think it was in Portrush. It was in a fucking playhouse. It was back in the day. And we're in Portrush, and I'm driving us all. And we stop, and they want kebabs and all, right? And I was doing support. Gaddis was headlining. In the middle of him headlining, I'm standing there going, I need to do a liquid shit, right? Like a fucking, like,
Let it out.
I think I said this recently. I did. It's, those sort of ones. I definitely said this recently. The sort of shit where it's like pricking a hole. I said it was like pricking a hole in a waterbed and then going like that, where it's just gonna go, right? It's like fucking. It's like filling the water balloon and before you tie it, you just fucking, right?
Yeah.
1 a.m., right? Where it's just gonna fucking fly, right?
You are the Seamus Heaney of describing shit.
I know, right?
I've never heard so many turns of phrases for having a shit.
This is just gonna be fucking rank. Like, it's like fucking filling a bagpipe with fucking Philadelphia, right? And just fucking, right? Anyway.
Philadelphia bagpipe sounds like a sex move.
Did you ever see? I was talking about these things recently too. These sex moves always start with you wait until you're riding somebody, or you wait until.
Yeah,
is always the first three words.
That's the key.
You wait until you're getting a blowjob, right? And I'm like, and then you just enjoy yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
End of story. Don't tell me what the fucking the turf lodge Twizzler is. I don't need it. I don't need it. Right? I don't need it. Anyway, so like. Cincinnati, literally one I heard was the Harlem Hot Pocket, and it's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
That involves shiting in the vagina, is it?
You've said it.
It's
a family show, aren't
I've heard a different territory of New York for the Hot Pocket thing.
What was the?
I've been told it was the Brooklyn Hot Pocket.
See, but I don't like that because there's no alliteration. You know what I mean?
Harlem Hot
Pocket.
Yeah.
If I was gonna,
surely nobody actually does that though.
Well, I know. Like what else? What the Poughkeepsie pancake? I don't know. Like what else is there? What other areas? What?
I'm just so infused with the idea of shitting into someone's vagina.
How are you? How can I don't even right.
First of all, neither of us in I'd say years have taken a shite that could be, could fall into a vagina.
No, it's certainly none of mine would be solid enough. I'd need to be fucking laying the newspapers down.
We haven't produced loaves in years.
No,
we're like a baker that's gone out of business.
A loaf, yeah. All mine's like a fucking. Did you ever watch a mozzarella factory? You ever see that?
Do you ever watch a mozzarella factory?
It's just fucking water. It's just water everywhere. It's just milk.
Like it's a 24-hour YouTube stream into the mozzarella factory.
I've seen about 4 different people make mozzarella. Anyway. So like, imagine, right? We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to shit. What was we need to close a tab here? What was the one we were talking about there?
Having piss in you.
Oh, so Port Rush, right?
Sorry.
So mate, I'm standing there going, I need to fucking fire out a wee yazoo here, right? And it's a full nightmare, right? And then I'm going. I remember opening the door to the comedian's bog and going, oh no, like that's fucking so grim. And I went in for a peish, which was the worst thing to do because my body goes, oh, he's gonna fucking open the wee door, right? And I'm lucky I didn't because there was no bog roll. So I'm like, thank fuck, right?
Yeah.
But then my tummy's doing that thing now. I mean, we drove to like a kebab pizza place in Port Rush. They went in to get food, and I'm sitting in the car, nearly sweating, going, "This is an hour and 10 minutes." Like,
yeah.
And my stomach's already at DEFCON 5. So like, this is when Gaddis. I was dropping Gaddis at his dad's place, and I don't know if his dad's moved, but where his dad was, and we get there, and I'm like, mate, I have to wreck a bog here, like, and I actually went in and was sick first because I've been holding the shit for so long.
Oh my god!
I booked and then sandblasted the back of his bog. Like, I mean,
you took a screenshot?
Oh, mate, a screenshot. Mate, it was like the opening 20 minutes of Private Ryan. It was just carnage, right? Like it was fucking woeful, and I remember like coming out of it. It was, do you know what it was? It was a triple flusher. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Where you do the first flush and go, I won't do it.
That's not.
You do the second one and go, and now the third. You go, the second one's dealt with.
Yeah.
But the third one's a courtesy flush.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta do a courtesy flush.
The courtesy flush will get rid of like any stragglers, right? Woeful, like a woeful dump. And I didn't even have anything in the fucking kebab shop. This is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but I think he goes, "You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was sick." And I'm like, and also, if it smells like someone's fucking butchered a cat in there, It's because I had to fucking wreck your dad's bog.
Does boke, like, see when you boke after a shit, will that mask the smell? Or is that like,
No.
or is that just like
I
cocktail
boked before.
now?
I boked before the shit.
Ah, okay.
I boked and then this is literally a shot into my boke
Oh my god.
because it was going to keep the number of flushes down.
That's rock bottom.
Isn't it, mate? Do you know what's rock bottom? I think I definitely told this before. I booked one night in a hotel in Derry, and I booked into the sink. Mate, I was literally sitting, shining my brains out, and went, lean over in the sink, both hands, right? And I had to use, you know, the cups that they give you to unblock the sink. I'm literally, I know, mate. That's rock bottom. Like that's dark.
I didn't even know that you could do that.
That's
I didn't even know
dark
the
days.
human body was capable of opening up them two valves the one time.
Do you know what the worst bit is? Is that if you open the shit valve first and then boke, when you boke, your body also goes everything out the bottom too.
Oh fucking hell!
You know that reflex where you feel like you're
Yeah.
gonna shit yourself? Well, at least it was on the bog.
Do you think you shit boke?
It was. I think. Do you know what I think? I shot uncooked grey chicken meat because that's what I had the night before. Fucking Derry. Now you're going back into the dark times there. Like
This is a podcast for the ladies.
No, this is. Let's talk about Harlem Hot Pockets now. Do you want grey chicken meat in your veg? Come to No Blasters. This is the dirtiest episode we've ever done.
I don't think I'm to blame for this. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some sort of weird puppetry going on there.
Thigh meat dookies. I'm ready to fucking
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem. Oh, what a game. What a game.
Fuck.
Unbelievable, mate. Yeah, it was just like, yeah. So the Harlem Hot Pocket. I'm just trying to think what other like place in New York plus like shit food stuff could you have? Do you know what I mean? So where is there in New York?
Astoria.
Astoria. What was the one you said? Brooklyn. So there's Brooklyn. There's Queens, Manhattan. There's bound to be a fucking shit food that begins with M. Like a. Hang on.
The Manhattan.
Is
mackerel.
there anywhere? The Manhattan mackerel. Oh my god. Yeah, you wouldn't know you're bugging us, bird, right?
Ladies.
Do you want to see the Manhattan mackerel? Is there anywhere it begins with J in New York?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
because you could go. Oh, that's a shame. Like the Jersey Jambon, like, you know what I mean? What other shit foods is there? A Hot Pocket, crispy pancake, God's Kitchen's too long, isn't it? Anyway, fuck it. Do you know who'd be great at this game? Woodsy.
Oh,
That's Woodsy's thing. Woodsy's like that.
He's a black belt in the ponds.
He loves that.
Nobody better.
Yeah, he fucking loves that. So here, what's going on? You've got the waterfront coming up, mate.
Yeah, 24th of June. Please buy a ticket. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, fucking first week sales for it. I was dumbfounded.
Up a hoods.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Quarter gone.
Quarter gone.
Third gone. Third.
Yeah, third actually. Yeah, third gone. So that's fucking insane for a week and a half.
Yeah, it's fucking unreal.
I was so stressed out about it. I just wanted to rip for 4 days when I was in London. I was like, I don't even want to look at the website. I was gonna get drunk.
The Vauxhall Vaciclean. Love it, like. Just over there, deal.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like you. So you're recently back from a trip as well to Rome, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I'd like to ask you, because I wanna like feel a bit of camaraderie here.
Right.
You know that show that they used to do where it was like they'd do super fat versus super skinny, and they'd have the test tubes.
I didn't know about this, but Chloe was talking to me about this.
They'd have
like,
the big
very
old
recently.
fuck off. You know the
Yeah.
tube where it looked like the guy from Power Rangers was going to make a speech.
Yeah.
They'd have these things linked up, right?
The big floating head. The big
Yeah.
fucking-
Zoltar, wasn't it? As in
Zol something. Not Zoltar.
Zol.
Zoltan. Zol. Can we get that? Can we find
Give
out?
it a goog.
Basically looks like me when I first shaved my head, but I have a lie back and go. Oh, you must shave it," you know what I mean?
But yeah, they fucking, to embarrass these people, right? To publicly shame them, they throw into the tube everything they've ate
Right,
in like a week.
right.
And it's fucking like the super skinny person's getting off light.
Yeah, 'cause
the
they're
main shame is that like, oh, you're not eating enough.
Yeah.
You know, step up.
Yeah, you're having a few grapes and a fucking an apple wank.
The
yeah.
fat dudes is like a fucking like a fucking Van Gogh.
It's like a buffet.
painting.
Yeah. Like a
It's
Jackson
like-
Pollock, just fucking.
There's like 7 different sauces in there.
Yeah.
They've only got to Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's insanity. Like, but I was thinking, I was like, if you put me in the tube
Yeah.
post London, I would probably be shamed into
And-
never eating again.
So is the question, what would my super fat test tube be like from Rome?
Post Rome tube.
It
what's
was
in there?
post Rome.
Yeah.
Or in
Oh,
Rome.
sorry. Like, yeah. So you've just finished the holiday
Right.
in Rome.
Rome
They
was
take
actually-
everything from that week.
So like, we were very like I wanted to stay on target, right? I lost ounces when I was in Rome, so I'll take it, right? Not a full pound, but some ounces. Considering that I did indulge, so like I'll take it. But
You
we
gotta
also,
indulge.
We also walked more than normal, or I did. So like, best shit that we had. So I think we had. So we split. We would sometimes two times we went to different restaurants. We would have got like, one of us gets a pizza, one gets a pasta, and we split, right? But we're
Nice.
just getting like simple pizza, just
the only
just
reason
a
I want a
margarita,
girlfriend,
or
to be honest.
you know, it's great. And then we went to a pasta restaurant and got a carbonara and what's the spicy? No, it wasn't amatriciana. It wasn't that. It was we got a carbonara and like a bollocks. I know the name of that other one. It was red anyway. It was good.
This is the musings of a self-made man. Right
The
here.
carbonara though was like this was next level pasta.
See,
like.
this is the thing, right? People talk shit about carbonara, right? That it's like basic bitch, whatever. But if you have it done really well, it'll blow the baggie.
If you make it with cream, I believe it's wrong. Now this was egg yolk. This was
yeah,
and pecorino cheese. This was filth. It was what Christy Moore would describe as filth.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It was fucking. That was great. And then we had bruschetta like once. I think we just did that, which is just like they'll give you like toasted sourdough with wee dirts, like tomatoes, or like we shared it in some restaurants. So it was like they gave us like 6 pieces, all with all different shit on it, and we were like splitting each one. It was fucking unreal. And then
your eyes are watery.
I know, mate. I'm crying. thinking about it.
Carbonara fucking.
I know. Just
It's like,
these
holy
are yeah.
shit. Send this as a testimony
These
to that
are-
fucking
this is-
restaurant.
These are braised beef cheek tears. So we had that. We had a wee braised beef cheek with polenta in the pasta restaurant. It was fucking unreal in there.
Oh my god.
It was called Al 42, and so the area we're staying in is like quite touristy because it's near the Coliseum.
Okay.
Like the Coliseum's at the end of the street from where we were staying, and you can see it and all. It was fucking amazing. So, but it's not overly like there are a couple of more touristy areas. We were sort of in. There's a lot of like Italians living in this bit, and it was sort of more authentic a wee bit. But we got so that pasta place was epic. We went and did a wee cookery class
Oh, lovely.
in a restaurant called Gusto,
Oh, nice.
just around the corner from the Piazza Navona.
What are
And
you guys
there-
cooking up?
So we made fettuccine, and with my fettuccine we made cacio e pepe,
Oh,
which
you
is
slut.
cheese and pepper, and then the other one was a matriciana, which is like a tomato sauce with guanciale in it, which is like pig cheek.
What's guanciale?
Like pig cheek. It's like
Oh, okay.
it's like crispy bacon, very dirty.
This is some lavish shit.
Made it was unreal, and then we also made ravioli with
Classic.
ricotta in it, and it came with a butter and sage sauce, which was very rich but sensational.
You would have the tube of like a fucking like an actual prince.
Oh man, it was do you know what was? I would say this. We were sort of doing that like once a day, like having like a real dinner, which is maybe going to be like quite high in calories, like 800 to 1,000 on your dinner.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the day, you're maybe only having one sandwich.
What do Italians have as like a dirty post night out feed?
Sandwiches and stuff. Like there's loads of it. Pizza
See,
as well.
I take that. I'd
Yeah,
take
the
a
sandwiches are unreal because they toast everything. So it's like focaccia and loads
Love
of places sell
focaccia.
pizza by the slice. So
That's good.
That's good. All different types as well. But the what I call it was class. There was a sandwich shop across the street from where we're staying. Fiore Norma, shout out if you're in Rome. Oh mate, oh mate. This was a place they had the meats and they had fucking everything you could ever want in a sandwich. They had a rocket pesto anyway. They do everything fresh. They make their own bread. It's fucking.
You had a good time,
mate. Do you know what we had? I had this like 3 times when I was there. Turkey, lettuce, tomato. The tomatoes there are different. They are different.
They had different.
They are like, mate. There was a summer, 1995. My dad got a fucking greenhouse, right? And so he got this greenhouse. I could be wrong. I believe the greenhouse was purchased by mum for dad for their 25th wedding anniversary, May 1995, right? Also, around that time, dad was like, I'm gonna grow tomatoes like there's no tomorrow, right? I mean,
love that for
this guy put out, mate. This guy was putting out Italian grade tomatoes on Blacks Road right now. I'm not even joking when I say this, though, right? Do you know what he did? Because see, tomatoes, they do require a wee bit of care, right? But he was growing them up. He would just plant them straight into grow bags and just leave the grow bags like on the floor and cut them with Stanley knife, right? And get them planted. And as they would grow up, he was sort of like constructing, like tying them together, bamboo. Me and him are in picking fucking green fly off them, whatever, right? Because he didn't want to spray anything. And he's fucking baiting the miracle grow into the fucking bag and then into the grow bag, and then be weird if he was just beating it into his own bag. But then he had slow release water systems and all.
Where did your father acquire this knowledge?
Fuck knows, because this was pre-internet, mate. He fucking, I'm gonna say slow release. He would turn like a 2-liter bottle upside down, right? And fucking saw it in like 3/4. Throw one end of it out, right? And then turn that upside down, jam that into one end of the grow bag, and pour water into it, and it would just release slow. It was fucking unbelievable. Now, I'll say this. We were left with what you would describe as a town folks... a village's surplus of tomatoes for one house. Ma and Pa Bartlett, they were amazing tomatoes. Like, good enough that you could take them off the plant and just eat them. They were so good, right?
Your dad ever give like a wee sneaky hamper box to the neighbours?
Well, they came up with this idea, pre-internet, but post Lotus Smart Suite on the computer. Early clip art, right?
Yeah.
Early word art. Where he went in and made labels for tomato chutney that they were going to make. I don't know what they did. Mum basically made the chutney, but overdid part of it. Sorry, Sheila. Jiving. Like, absolutely rank.
The chutney was no good?
No, but we had vats of it. Like, I mean, it was... The jars... There was an array... Jars were being kept in our house for weeks. You know, like, you run out of jam, that's a chutney jar. Run out of pickled beetroot, that's a chutney jar. Jars are getting washed out, labels are being taken off, steamed off, right? And then we're putting on Ma and Pa Bartlett's fucking tomato surplus chutney, 95, y'all, right?
Your dad should have went in the fucking apprentice.
Mate, I'll tell you what, one thing he knew how to do was tomatoes. He did them for about 2 or 3 years. They were fucking banging.
He's out of the tomato game now, though?
Well, he's fully dead, like, so...
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
He growing the vines from beyond the grave.
Hey,
like,
fist bump on that. Dead Dad Society, what up?
He's out of the tomato game. So we're selling, yeah, he doesn't pay. That's such a euphemism, isn't it? Oh, he never played a violin again. No, he never slow release that miracle.
There hasn't been a single tomato on the Blacks Road since.
They were great tomatoes.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny.
95 was a mad summer. You don't even...
Summer of 95.
It was roasting. Do you remember it? It was the summer where streets melted.
I was 1.
Cunt. It was the summer where streets melted. Like, tarmac literally started melting in the street because it was too warm. And yeah, great times. But what was I going to say to you? planning a wee trip to Canada.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Going to
Where you
Toronto
going?
for Paddy's Week.
What's on? Sorry, I'm very.
I've
flaming.
a couple of friends that we meet up at the Fringe every year, and then I don't think I'm doing the Fringe this year. So instead, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll try and." I'm also trying to get this visa sorted out for the States. So one of a nice wee bit of a flex was to do a gig in North America that isn't actually America. So Canada, pretty decent shout, like.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
Canada's good. Look,
Doing one show out there and then doing a bunch of like mixed bill club nights.
nice.
So I'm excited.
You're doing that same the comedy bar,
No, I'm doing my friend Brea's place called Nothing Fancy.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
They had a TikTok that hit really big. You know, an influencer went in and was like, "This is whatever," and they have a really nice like fucking barbecue station or something like that as well. So like the girls just taking TikToks of this.
Oh, I like a wee barbecue. Like.
Yeah.
There's not enough out here.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say not enough.
But do you know what's
come at me
funny?
because I don't even know where it is.
But I'd love, right, for you to have been in Austin that time me, Geddes and Nyla went, right? Because what I will say, right, when something is hyped up to the point where you're like, this is literally what this entire city is known for. And then we went to like I went to one of the best. The boys had bailed like a day before me. So I was like, right, I'm gonna go out to one of the best ones and I'm gonna see what it's like. Terry Blacks, it was called, right? Not to put them on blast like that, but grand.
Oh, really?
Grand. You know what the show stealer was, which should never be the case in a primarily meat place? The banana pudding. Oh. The banana pudding would have.
They do a wee dirty. They do. Was it like cream and all?
Yeah.
I've had that
Layered.
in America. That is
fucking
filthy.
unbelievable.
Do here's the thing I'm going to talk to you about. Right? You've been to LA. I believe this place is highly looked down on there, because it must be for like poor people eating or something, right? Seriously. But me and Chloe loved it. We're in it all the time. Golden Corral.
Let me talk to you about the Golden Corral.
What a great time.
All right.
Am I a tramp for going there?
100%. But like it's to be, you own it.
Yeah. Oh,
First of all,
I own it.
First of all, right, they've stole the Colonel's recipe for the chicken. They've stole it. Identical.
They do know what the 11 herbs and spices are. They know the ratios. They know the ratios.
Dude, I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, if you did a taste test with anybody and put down the Golden Corral chicken and the KFC chicken.
The Golden Corral, mate, hold on, right?
The GC.
We discovered it. We discovered it. One day Chloe's like, do you know what I'd love? I'd love like
a buffet.
No, like when you're in America though, and it's like pretty much everywhere. Like when you don't have money, America's hard, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's hard to eat well because you'll be. It's all burgers and fucking tacos and shit.
I know people that literally their system is fucked. Like as an adult, because as a child they could only eat at McDonald's,
right?
Dollar saver menu
because it's cheap, right?
Yeah.
So like
it
is fucked, right? So like we were there and Chloe was like, I'd love like a chicken dinner, right? And so I googled like where to get this, and the nearest place was a Golden Corral, right? And we got there and people were fully staring us up and down, and I'm going, are we not good enough to eat in here? And then I went in and went, no, we're like kings in here. Yeah. Right, anyway. Went in. It's very much a meth head's paradise, right?
Yeah. Did you see a meth head?
We saw a couple of meth
heads.
Yeah,
that's one of the main attractions.
And you're just going, here, I'm not here for that. I'm here for these tater tots, right? Mate.
You know what really enhances a mac and cheese is when you're scared you will get shanked.
I know, yeah. Because it means more.
Yeah, the fear enables
every mouthful is a mouthful of survival. So like we mate, I would just disgrace myself in there. 23 plates. I don't even care.
Oh,
like
no, you gotta stack them chips, bro.
You just go in and it's just like it's an all you can eat buffet, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually sensational.
And there's no judgment.
There's no judgment. It's all you can eat. And I mean, it's literally like they have everything though. Yeah. It's like from salads to chicken dinners to burgers to fucking, and there's stuff where they're making it banana pudding in there.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to see your tube after that though.
No, you're not staying.
You're
not staying under
fillets of chicken with mac and cheese with banana pudding, and that's from the one
there was
plate.
There was a day when I went in there and just went, do you know what? I'm having a fucking plate of this chicken.
Have you been multiple times to Golden Corral?
Yeah.
Mate, I love that.
I was staying there for.
I love that.
We stayed it's mostly a West Coast thing, from what I see.
Yeah.
The way Perkins is mostly an East Coast thing.
I've never even been there. I don't even know what that
Perkins,
is.
it's like a diner,
Right,
like
okay.
a chain of diners.
Love a good diner.
They do like an omelette. They do a good omelette, but it's like American style. So the eggs are like just cooked. And you're going fucking cook that a wee bit more.
I do love a diner. Nothing like a black lady calling you sweetheart
Oh,
to set you up for the
it's
day.
just good times. Like getting like a coffee and y'all want a slice of pie? Mall do, mate. Do it. Hit me.
Sensational.
Give me some of this heartburn-inducing tomato soup. I love it. A great place. So like, this was weird. I get stopped. So the only thing we stopped at a Perkins in Altoona in Pennsylvania, just like outside of Pittsburgh, and some guy fucking started talking to me in the thing, in the car park. Now the only thing I know about Altoona is in the movie Groundhog Day. He says the storm is gonna miss Punxsutawney and hit Altoona, right? So we're sort of in Altoona, and I'm like, this is fucking nice. We go to a Perkins, and this guy just stopped. His son was like a fucking veteran, and his son is in like a wheelchair in a fucking car park with all the medals and all on. And he goes, basically came over and went, my son's a veteran, and I went, spot on. I think he was waiting on me to do the thanks for your service type thing, but I'm not American, so I'm sort of like, I'm sorry he's been fucking wrecked by the war.
Yeah.
And I went, right. I sort of like, great. I'm not from here. And he was like, where are you from? And I went, Ireland. And mate, he loved it. He fully loved it. And he was like, oh, you guys have been fighting alongside us and all. And I'm like, man, I'm looking for Golden Corral. Like, I'm only here because this looks like there's food in here. Like,
yeah, no need to go full BBC Spotlight in the fucking Perkins car park.
I know, man. I'm like, here, is there omelets? Because thanks for your service. Like, you know, mate, weird. But Golden Corral, we sort of found it. It was sort of by accident, and then if we happened upon one, because we stayed in an area like a good hour outside of LA called Colton.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's actually a wee bit rough, like, but we stayed there for like weeks, like 3-4 weeks.
It's prime GC territory right there.
What's GC?
Golden Corral.
Oh, fucking right. I'm an OG GC boy. Like, oh, mate. Unbelievable. Like, fucking okra. Okra. Get that on your plate whenever you're sick of fucking potatoes and chicken.
Yeah.
Mate, but that, you're right, the banana pudding's fucking wee dirts, like.
We do this here, mate, right? So from the last time I went to New York, right, I had the guy that I was staying with.
I can't believe we've just talked about Golden Corral for 20 minutes.
So funny. But so my mate that I was staying with, Jeff, his ma, right, was in a car accident. Right. Now, thank Lord, like everything grand, whatever. But obviously, we all fucking went to the hospital. And first of all, it exposed me for the first time to America's healthcare system, which is literally terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Right? But anyway, we get there, and like he's like, yeah, I might go grab some food. Like, you know, you're going to come with me? And I was like, yeah, come on, we'll go grab something to eat. And I'm expecting, like, you know, standard hospital canteen. Yeah. Right? We get there, and mate, I cannot emphasize this enough, right? It was a Golden Corral, like in the hospital. Like there was a full buffet in the hospital. No. Cunts walking about and they're fucking.
Do you know what I want though? Instead of plates, I want bedpans for my food. Like, you know what I mean? Just fucking shovel that shit. Just fucking.
Mate, it was literally like
into the wee cupboard.
People walking about and they're
he loves that.
People walking about in their full scrubs, like tonguing pieces of chicken into a fucking bucket.
That's great.
That is
I love that.
Mate, there was a salted caramel waffle station in the hospital. There was a kombucha tap. And then
that's weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Cherry on top, right?
That stuff's stinking, by the way. Go ahead.
Stinking. You go downstairs, right? Fucking build your own pizza pie over full fucking one of these cunts behind the thing, right? And I was like,
ICU intensive cheese unit, just like fucking.
Hey, you know, people say when you come to New York what the best pizza places, you know, they say, Joe's, that's just for the tourists. You want to get to yourself the Newell fucking hospital while your sister's getting a fucking leg amputated, and you come down, get yourself a pepperoni pie. Best pie in this side of the city.
I love that, the way on all those Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares USA, the way everyone in it is that going, I'm from Boston, I know pizza. I know pizza.
It's the
I
same.
know two things. I know baseball. I know pizza. I'm like, will you fuck up?
It's the same with
You know nothing. That's why you're on this show. That's why your dad's business that was grand for 40 years is in the bog, because you know nothing. I mean, every one of those finishes with that guy losing his confidence, crying to Ramsay, going, "Let me ask you this, Chef Ramsay, did you ever let down your father?" And you're like, oh my god, fuck up. Every one of them.
Just like ran to the least empathetic man that's ever existed.
There was two guys on Hell's Kitchen that I always remember. One was called Millie. He was an absolute unit,
Millie,
right? Yeah. Huge guy. And there's a bit where he goes to say, Chef Ramsay likes my food, and he starts crying mid-sentence, and he literally goes, I mean, Chef Ramsay, yo, he likes my food. I got there, and tears, right? And then there was this other cunt. Oh, his name began with B. Oh, fuck.
Bernard?
It was something like that. Ah, bollocks. I know that he had tattoos of his dead man down his wrists. And
Like portraits?
Yeah, and every time, like, you know, he hands over a fucking decent risotto. You know, walking risotto, right? Every time he fucking hands over an Uzi risotto, he goes like this. Looks up in the sky. Look, you also fucking.
That's pretty badass.
You're like, mate, deal with.
It's pretty badass to kiss portraits of your dead parents.
Every time you're going, do you know how that's gonna fuck you up whenever you're on the line, like in a kitchen? You've got to fucking kiss your man to every fucking 2 minutes. Imagine his parents weren't dead and she was just there, and like every time he hands over a fucking well grilled cheese, he's gotta turn around and snog his man.
But he definitely does that for other activities. Like if he throws something in the bin without looking at it, and then he's just like,
Man, he was
class.
rare. I love that show though. I love people that are like, I'm from Boston, I know pizza. I'm from Brooklyn, I know pasta.
But it's the same
in
in like stand-up comedy documentaries.
sorry, I'm from the South, I know barbecue.
Yeah.
There it is.
Here, I tell you one thing.
There's down you things down south.
You
You're
know,
like,
fuck all.
yeah. You just want to
Clip that.
let me guess. Low and slow, boring. I don't have time to do an 18-hour steak. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking plate of okra, some odd chicken. Give me 3 plates.
Stand-up comedy documentaries is the same too, where it's like, you know, whenever they're talking about someone like Patrice O'Neill,
Yeah.
and they get like 5 guys from New York, and they're like, man,
Patrice, man, he just didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? He'd go be fucking, he'd tell a woman with a daughter to suck a cunt, they didn't give a fuck, man.
and you're just like, imagine,
Never funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine we're doing there was documented about the Northern Irish comedies.
Yeah, just fuck. So one night he just fucking says, you ain't fucking putting you in the May Fitness pal. He didn't give a fuck. Yep.
I watched Kerry B actually tell a family that left the venue that he hope they turn into a DOE advert. You know?
I remember
He didn't give a fuck.
he used to do this bit about he hopes people wrap their car in a tree like a fucking metal scarf. Yes, lad. This guy.
That's one from the vault right
like
there.
a fucking metal. When you said metal scarf the first time, I actually nearly died.
You know, I did that bit opening for Paddy Kilty,
Right.
and when I tell you,
Just watch you drop that name there.
I have never talk about Golden Corral. I had a Golden Corral cock that night.
Oh,
3
really?
plates stacked up high of just pure dick.
Oh, just shit. Just
numb.
just
in
to
my
eat shit.
hometown, man. My ma thought I made it. My ma was fucking applying for the pension.
That's a great joke. People
I
don't
don't-
like it.
No, of course they didn't.
It's weird. That's
Yeah.
a great bit.
Yeah, I've
Do you know what she must have been fucking sitting there, your woman?
yeah, yeah. The girl I served in the town.
About hot apple tart or something.
Yeah, well, I had a few of those stories from working as a waiter. Like, there are times where you'll have a customer complaint and you kind of go a bit fucking mad where you're like, am I on like a hidden camera show? Because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no way this
I
is
know
an
that
actual
this is
complaint.
real, yeah.
I had a woman like over the top wave to the point where I thought like someone was choking at her table, right? So I rushed down and I'm like, is everything all right? And she goes, that ice cream you give my son's far too cold.
Oh man.
And I was
That's
like,
hard,
some YouTuber please come out now and tell me that I'm being recorded here. There's 4 cameras up around here. I was like, what's the thing I can do here?
People used to bring, I think I've mentioned it, people used to bring like eaten meat back to Tesco looking a refund. And I'm like, you ate it?
Yeah.
You know, you don't take a bite out of it. If it's, they go, they'd go, wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like, stop after the first bite, you might get something back, cunt. If you're handing me back a carcass,
Yeah.
you're not getting your money. Do you know what I mean? If you're handing me back rib bones, guess what? They're yours. Bye.
It does set you up for life though, dealing with cunts.
Oh, mate.
I used to work at B&M Bargains. This woman came in with Christmas tree lights, and like 4 of them were duds. And like she came on like a bag of cats, and you'd have thought, as my mother would say, all was dead belonging to her. She was a fucking.
But the rest of them were
nightmare.
working?
The rest of them were working. Now, obviously.
That's a series circuit. Go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry. What's the other one? Parallel. Oh no, that's a parallel circuit. That's a parallel circuit.
This is GCSE bite size?
Oh no, yeah, GCSE bite-sized technology and design. Parallel circuit.
Were you good? Yeah, I'd say you were a wizard in TD.
A-star, mate.
Yeah.
Smashed that.
Easy. English lit
Hey,
as well.
Do you know what I made? I smashed English
Yeah.
lit. Do you know what I made? From my GCSE tech, I'm telling you, now we're going because I'm fucking starving. It was a detector, not on like this sort of shape. It was a detector for, a pointless thing, but like water levels in a fish tank. So if the water came down below a certain point, the way alarm went off, the circuit required basically to be outside the water, and an alarm would go off and it would get louder as the water went down. And then I made a housing for that. It was a complex circuit. The circuit.
Are you fucking MacGyver?
Identify a problem and solve it. GCSE bites, right? Anyway, it was. Then the housing for the circuit was a big plastic mold of a cartoon fish, and the circuit was housed in there.
Man, I made a pen.
For GCSE?
No, I didn't do TD for GCSE.
Do you know what I remember though?
Not doing
My
hands.
teacher did something good because there was a lot of cables came out of that, a lot of wires. She took them all and put them inside a drill, and then went woo, and it platted them all in like 2 seconds, and I was like, I don't touch any of my work ever again. We used to save our drawings on the computer under multiple names because she was known to come around and fuck them up.
Wait,
She'd
what?
come around and go, what about this? Wreck your work and then walk away. And you'd go, nah, what about, I've saved it earlier, AG, under a different name.
But she was testing you? Or was this
No,
like...
she was just bad at art. Like,
Oh, okay.
She was great. She was
She
great
shouldn't have
at
been employed
She
by
was
the
great
school.
at other parts.
Yeah.
She was plaiting your fucking cables.
Is that what they call them?
I'm gonna go and pretend I'm getting a golden crown.
Korean cable platter?
Right, you wait until she's plaiting your cables, right? Then you shout up her bum. Anyway. I hate those things. So disgusting. Anyway, the golden corral, golden nugget.
Do one for Oma there before we sign off.
Let me see. What's a terrible food stuff that begins with O? The Oma O'Hara's loaf. I don't know. Like, what even is there? What begins with O? The Oma Oreo. Shag, spunk, shag. Anyway, this is a family show, man. Anyway,
Shade, spunk, shade.
thanks very much for joining me. Waterfront
Dude,
Hall,
thanks for
June the
having me.
24th.
June 24th. Please buy a lump of tickets.
Do that, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no.